Hold on.
Wait.
Start.
Perfect. Go.
Okay. Hello, this is Group 4. My name is Daniel Arvilla.
I'm Elisabeth El-Chami.
And one Bunas.
And I'm Thalia, Salisbury.
And we're doing an article from Forbes about a fatal Tesla crash in Texas. This will bring up questions for automation and its current future. The author's name is Brad Templeton, who is a worker on Google's CARS teams before and is a worker for robotic technologies. So firstly, in introducing the article, we know that in this world, technology is improving in a very rapid rate. And one of those innovations is automatic driving. The current forerunner for automated driving is the Tesla company, whose CEO is Elon Musk. One of the reasons why this is a very important thing for an audience that we're seeking is, again, the world is evolving in technology, and these new technologies bring in a very interesting question of what is safe and what is not, and whether this technology is usable right now. One of the cars that have self-automated driving is Tesla's newly released Model S, which is in its height of technology, allows gaming while automated driving, ranging from $80,000 to $100,000. And as all other electric cars from Tesla, it is rechargeable.
The story narrated in this article begins when two guys who were friends, they purchased a Model S of the Tesla, and they decided to go on a long trip in the suburbs of Houston to enjoy the nice and fancy features of the car, mostly the autopilot feature and the cruise control. And next. So the trip was going very nicely in the beginning, but all of a sudden the car crashes into a tree, and it was very sudden of how that accident happened because the driver had very suspicious and weird intentions. Although he was a very nice person, but we did not understand how he could have not paid attention on the road and let the car crash. At the instant of the crash, the police arrived to gather information. What helped in this process is that the car has a built-in feature to collect the information of the crash and how it happened, and collect the status of the autopilot, whether it was on before and during the crash. And it also tracks the behavior of the driver, if they were paying attention on the road, if they were actually seated in the driver's seat, and so on.
Because of this car accident involved with the Tesla newer Model X with the autopilot feature installed on it, the police have found that the autopilots were not enabled at the time of the car crash according to the data log that built into the car. And there were no one sitting in the driver's seat, police confirmed. The actual Model X Tesla had the built-in safety system that issued the alert and eventually slow to a stop if it detects an absence of the hand on the wheel. See in the picture that you can imagine that how the Tesla model looked like interior. In addition is that the auto feature on this Model X don't need to see the landlines to activate, which are not present on these streets at the time of that car crash. the data log that police sent into the Tesla to investigate and coordinate with what will happen, recover that so far is so autopilots were not able on this car particularly. In addition, there is the fact that this car owner did not purchase full self-driving feature. So at the end, police and investigator think that the car probably in the adaptive cruise control mode.
The data recovered from both the car's black box and from what it's transmitted at its last moments says that autopilot wasn't active. So we can assume that either the driver was in his seat or adaptive cruise control was somehow turned on. This feature keeps the car at a steady pace, but slows the car down if no hands are detected on the wheel. The National Transportation Safety Board will investigate and will release their findings in due time, but this process can take up to 2 or 3 years. In the future, we're probably going to see changes to Tesla's autopilot systems. From full self-driving to autopilot to even adaptive cruise control. These changes might require things like the current model of requiring hands to be on the wheel, or maybe requiring eyes to be on the road using cameras, or requiring weight in the driver's seat. Some have even suggested that autopilot should not be enabled unless you sign a contract stating that you will take full responsibility and not use these features unless you are in the driver's seat.